Hi, I'm Vincent, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to find decision makers in the SaaS industry using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So you will see the best filters to use to target the SaaS industry, then how to target a specific industry in the SaaS space, for example, how to target the CRM industry, and finally, how to export decision makers working in the SaaS industry with all the information you need, like the first name, last name, company name, the LinkedIn URL, and even the verified emails of your leads. So you see, we have a lot to cover, so let's start. All right, so as you can see, I'm currently on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Most of the time, I guess that you use the lead filters here, but for this tutorial, if you want to target the SaaS industry, the first thing you need to do is to target an account, and then we will find the decision makers in these accounts. So here you see that you have a lot of filters that you can use to target specific companies, and the one we want to use to target the SaaS industry is this one, industry, and I recommend you to type software development, this one, and internet, technology, information, and internet. So with these two filters, you will be able to identify some SaaS, but it's not enough. Then the next filter I recommend to use is this one, company headcount. So let's say that you want to target SMBs, so between 51 to 200 people in the company. And let's say headquarters location based in the US. And finally, the last filter I recommend to use is this one on top, search keywords. And here you type SaaS within quotes and you press enter. Now let's check some results. So for that, I click on the LinkedIn company page and then I click here on visit website. All right, so as you can see, it's a SaaS. So that's perfect. Now let's move on to the next one. Brick. Yeah, same. It's an AI SaaS. Perfect. Let's check Instabase. Okay, same. It's an AI SaaS. That's what we want. And the last one. Yeah, same. It's a SaaS. The next generation of content creation tools. Perfect. All right, so now that you know how to identify the SaaS industry on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I want to show you how to target specific industry. And for that, I will use an example. So let's say that we want to target the CRM industry. So for that, let's go back on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I've removed SaaS here on the search keywords. And now I need to type something specific to target the CRM industry. So what I want to do is to target the keyword CRM or customer relationship management or sales pipeline or contact management or sales CRM. Then I copy, I go back on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I paste and I press enter. And now let's remove the company headcount and let's target, for example, big companies. So with at least 500 employees in it. And this time you see that it's good because Salesforce is a CRM, HubSpot same, NetSuite same, SAP it's perfect, Pipedrive, ClipCup, Storyboard, and so on. Now let's take another example and let's say that we want to target the marketing automation industry. So for that, what we can do is to say that we want the keywords marketing automation or email automation or drip campaign, lead nurturing, or email sequences. So I copy, I go back on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and here I paste and I click on enter. All right, so let's check some results. Visit website. So you see the first one is definitely a good fit because it's an email automation software. Then the next one, powerful sales and marketing automation software. Perfect. And this one, attract, win, and grow with lead gen and CRM. It's a marketing solution, so that's exactly what we want. So you see, by using here some keywords that I recommend to do here in, for example, in a Google Doc, you can target specific industries in the SaaS space. Now that we have a list of companies in the SaaS industry, I want to show you how you can identify decision makers in these companies. So for that, let's go back on my computer. So once you have a list of companies like this one and you want to identify decision makers in these companies, what you need to do is to create an account list. So for that, very easy, you click on Select All, Save to List, Create New List, and here you can give a name for your list. So let's say SaaS, and the industry is marketing automation. Then create and save. And now we need to go on the page number 2 and do the same process. So select all, save to list, and here we click on our new list. Then the next step is to go here and you click on lead. You scroll, and here you see account list. You type the list you've just created. So in my case, SaaS marketing automation. So I click on include. And now you will see that on the right, I no longer have companies, but I have people. So these people are currently working in these companies here in my list, SaaS marketing automation. So that's exactly what we want. Then I'm sure that you don't want to reach out to everyone, but you want to reach out to decision makers. So for that, I recommend to use the filter current job title. And here, let's say, for example, that you want to target people who are marketing manager. So let's click on include. And here you see people with marketing manager, digital marketing, general manager, and so on. And by doing that, you can target people who are decision makers. So let's try, for example, CEO, founder, and here you have founders and CEO in these companies. So once you're happy with the search and you want to export these people into a CSV file and get their emails, so unfortunately, you can't do that natively with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And that's why you need to use a third-party tool like GiveMeLeads to have a button like this one, Extract Leads. So if you want to easily export your leads, you can go on givemeleads.io, or you just need to click the first link in the description. Then you click on Start for Free and you create your free account. And if you want to have this button, you need to install the GiveMeLeads Chrome extension. So for that, very easy, add to Chrome and then add extension. Once you've installed the GiveMeLeads Chrome extension, you will see this button on your LinkedIn Sales Navigator account. And now once you are happy with the search and you want to export these people, all you need to do is to click here on Extract Leads. Then you will be redirected to your GiveMeLeads account. Here you can give the number of leads you want to export. So let's say for this tutorial, 150. Then just below, you can say that you want the emails of your leads. And finally, you can click on Export Leads. And now I just need to wait a little bit. And here you see that my export is currently running. I just want to rename it SaaS Marketing Automation. Press enter, and now I just need to wait a little bit. All right, so as you can see, after 3 minutes, my export is done. And now I just need to click here on download CSV. So here is my list of leads. And if I scroll, you see that I have 150 leads, which is perfect. Now on top, you see that you have all the information you need to reach out to these people. So you have the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL. So perfect if you want to send LinkedIn messages. You have, of course, the emails of your leads. So same, perfect if you want to send a cold email. The job title, location, and actually you have much more information. For example, you have the company name, company website. So this one is very useful when you want to use AI to personalize your messages, company location, company industry, and so on. So when you export your leads with GiveMeLeads, we do two things. First, we clean the data. So for the first name, last name, and company name, you don't have problems with capital letters or with a rocket emoji in the first name. So for example, you don't have Chris like this with the rocket emoji. So when you want to say hi first name, you don't have a rocket emoji in the first name. And the second thing we do is to make sure that every single lead perfectly matches all your filters. So that's why on the left, you see here that we have two columns, matches filters and invalid reason. So when it's true, it means that the lead perfectly matches all your filters. But if I scroll, you will see some people with false. So here we have false and we have the reason, wrong job title. And if we check the job title, we have Chief Revenue Officer, Super Affiliate, Member of the Board of Advisors, CRO, Independent Affiliate, 2D or 3D graphic design, and so on. So basically, these people are not exactly CEO or founder. So that's why it's a wrong job title here. So with this feature, what you can do is to keep some leads if they are still relevant, or just decide to remove all of them. And by doing that, like this, you make sure that you only reach out to people who match perfectly all your filters. So this is exactly how you can identify decision makers in the SaaS industry. Now, if you want to easily export leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a list of leads like this one with the emails of your leads, you can go on GiveMeLeads.io, or you just need to click the first link in the description. And now, if you want to start sending cold emails to generate leads for your business, but you don't know where to start, don't worry, I've made a complete video on this. So if you want to see this video, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.